The Jets are signing Justin Fields per Tom Pelissero to a 2-year deal worth $40 million with $30 million guaranteed. That deal was done by one of the richest men that I've ever known, who's a fellow University of Texas graduate and a resident of Western Travis County, Mr. Dave Mulgeta of Athletes First, gets this thing done. And the reporting from Ian Rappaport of NFL Network says that Fields says goodbye to Pittsburgh after 1 year, and Gang Green gets a new starter. Cody, your immediate reaction is Justin Fields, now a New York Jet.
My immediate reaction is that Garrett Wilson, his trend down in Dynasty kind of continues to trickle a little bit. The once thought of as like top 5 Dynasty asset at wide receivers now down to, for me, outside the top 10. And with Justin Fields as your ball thrower, Jets are an interesting spot here. I mean, we got Breece Hall, we got Isaiah Davis, you got Braylon Allen. Justin Fields is going to run the football a lot. I'm interested to see the projection for this offense. Aaron Glenn, obviously at the head now. He had a weapon in Taysom Hill in New Orleans. Of course, he wasn't on the offensive side of the ball coaching, but he at least saw it firsthand. This is not what, I mean, there's been rumors of Justin Fields getting some good money. I did not foresee great money. Like, this is great money for Justin Fields. I know that's not on the overall landscape of the quarterback position, but I didn't see this coming for Justin Fields today. 2-year, $40 million. Like, this is, I know it's puts him overall $20 million per, puts him 21st overall in the landscape of the quarterback position, which is $5 million per, less than Geno Smith. It's a clear tier break below the Sam Darnolds and Baker Mayfields of the world. But it's at least very respectable money for Justin Fields and shows that they're committed to him as their quarterback.
So the new Jets offensive coordinator is Tanner Engstrand, and he comes over with Aaron Glenn from Detroit Lions, where he started out as like an offensive assistant. He would, by the time of 2022, he was a tight ends coach and passing game coordinator. By 2023 to 2024, he was the passing game coordinator for those guys. So obviously they want kind of a Ben Johnson disciple type of player, type of coach there. I just wonder from a player standpoint how they want to. It's with Justin Fields. It's like, man, it's kind of a name your own adventure type of thing, and I don't know. You've now committed to him for 2 years. Tyrod Taylor's still there, right? So I guess he'd be a suitable backup that can still, to a certain degree, use his legs. So it makes sense from that standpoint. But you just wonder, is this something where with Justin Fields, or are they really going to embrace that and say, like, I've sometimes thought, let Justin Fields be Justin Fields, and it feels like teams have kind of done that to a certain degree. With that being said, it hasn't always panned out, right?
I mean, he played well this last year for the Steelers. He was 4-2 as a starter. He had a career high in completion percentage at 5-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Like, he played well. The problem is he wasn't a ceiling raiser. He's not a game changer like a Lamar Jackson. He's not a game changer. Like, he's good with the wheels. We saw that 2 years ago at the end of the season with Chicago, where you started to see glimpse or light at the end of the tunnel. In a Jets organization with a battered offensive line, I know they got Olu Fashanu last year, but still a battered offensive line that needs to continue to add pieces. And from a weaponry standpoint, you're only losing weapons outside. They got Malachi Corley in the draft last year, and Garrett Wilson through off channels. There's been rumors he doesn't want to be there. I'm interested. I don't know. I'm interested in it. What I think I'm more interested in is just being able to now say it looks like Aaron Rodgers is probably going to Pittsburgh, because there's now like less and less opportunities out there for quarterbacks to go to now, with Sam Darnold in Seattle, Justin Fields with the Jets. Russ is still out there, I guess. Russ could be the one standing there with his hand, holding something. But what I don't know. I'm interested.
Rank these 4 players for redraft best ball leagues right now: Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams now with the Rams.
DJ Moore, Devontae Adams, then Garrett Wilson probably.
And then Mike Evans. I almost think that Garrett Wilson might need to Justin Fields. I mean, I know he's exciting, and I know we can look at Justin Fields and we can say, dude, this guy has been, this guy's shown us 40-point upside as far as, I mean, at Indy last year, you mentioned towards kind of down the stretch with Chicago, you think about that game versus the game, so it's right here, the game versus Detroit where he runs for like 147 versus Miami, he went for 178. It was like, he brings a ton of upside with, like, you just look at even last year, it's like the rushing totals 57, 27, 6, 55, 27, 59, 17, 26, also adding in 5 touchdowns and, only starting about half the games. For fantasy, I think that Justin Fields is going to be fine as far as a standalone piece. So just anything attached to him. And even the running game, I worry a little bit about these game scripts getting flipped and him having to go hero ball.
The last year in Pittsburgh, Pickens had a game for 6 for 85 in week 1. Pickens in week 3, 5 for 57. Calvin Austin that same week, 4 for 95 and 1. Week 2 was like a 0 for all the receiving options. The following week, like there's games that he finds that number 1 target. The following week, 7 for 113 for Pickens. Like that's the thing, is you have to, he's going to dial in on Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's, I think, going to get his targets. For me, it's about the long-standing season for Garrett Wilson. Is this going to be able to hold up for 17 games? This connection, Fields to Wilson, which is Ohio State to Ohio State, by the way. I'm not sure if they overlaid or not, but I don't know if I trust it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the age is on Wilson's side, but I think I might still lean towards Mike Evans because, especially in best ball, like, I think they're going to manage Mike Evans' health, and the guy doesn't miss a lot of games anyway. But towards the end of the year, when you're in nut cut season in the playoffs, you're going to get a 35-40 burger out of Mike Evans. I'm not sure you're going to get that out of Garrett Wilson.
Like the show, subscribe to the channel. We're here daily, and we're going to pop in with updates as the news hits through free agency right here on Roster Watch.
This is Anthony Richardson, and you're listening to Roster Watch.
This is AJ Brown, and you're listening to Roster Watch.
This is Josh Allen, and you're listening to Roster Watch.